Hi, Mary, and hi, Tim.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, Mary, last week or about a week and a half ago, you and I were talking, and you were expressing to me you were stuck above 200 pounds and had been for a little while.
Right.
And can you just talk a little bit about what was going on for the few weeks that was happening and how you were feeling about that?
A few weeks, it felt like a lot longer, but I was very, very frustrated because I had a goal to get under 200 pounds. And I was so close around it, within 3-4 pounds. I even got to 200.2 pounds at one point, and then I'd go up. So I was very frustrated. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I felt like I was working out as hard as and eating as well as I always had, but for some reason I just wasn't breaking through that barrier for myself.
So you were frustrated
Very
about
frustrated,
that, and what had you tried? What had you been doing?
I had tried working out harder, more often, eating less, all of that.
Okay. And so when you were talking to me about that, I brought Tim into the conversation, and because he's had a lot of experience dealing with breakthroughs in competitions and so forth. And so, Tim, you had some advice for Mary about the mentality of breaking through the barrier, and then also physically what she could do to assist her in breaking through the barrier. So can you talk about the mental breakthrough first?
Yeah, so what I see with any kind of barrier like that is it comes down to a lot is the belief, and it's what I call the Roger Bannister effect, where Roger Bannister was the first person ever to break the 4-minute mile. And before that, everyone thought it was impossible. It couldn't be done. And Roger Bannister came along, he broke the 4-minute mile, and then the year after that, several people followed suit and broke the 4-minute mile. As soon as they believed it could be done, it was able to be done. And so one of the things that happens is when we set a goal out there, like the 200-pound mark, and it's a ways out there, is that we get too focused on the number. If we just focus back on just improving and not worrying about the number, it allows us to free up and become able to move again.
Okay. And so, Mary, how did that work for you? Did you implement that?
I did, actually. I love that story, and what it allowed me to do is to let go, to take the pressure off myself to achieve a certain mark, but to work just on consistency and improvement. Consistently working out, not giving up, and just changing my focus from having to achieve a certain number to just achieving performance goals, trying to run faster, do more push-ups or whatever the case may be, and to do them better.
Okay, so let's talk about that. You talked to Mary about changing her focus to performance goals. Now, how is that going to assist somebody in breaking through a weight loss barrier?
Well, with weight loss, I look at a lot of that as a metabolic question, and in order to improve our metabolism, the way that works best is by improving our performance. As we improve our performance, we improve the output of the engine. As the engine is able to put more energy out, then we become our metabolic system turns up and we burn more fuel. So just like if we went from a small engine of an economy car and moved it over to a muscle car engine, which has greater performance, that engine is going to burn more fuel all day long, all night long, anytime that engine's turned on, and we're fortunate enough that our engines are always running. And so with that, it will accelerate it. So if we put that focus back into trying to achieve a performance goal, we're going to improve the overall performance and the overall output of the engine. And so I was talking to Mary about picking a workout that has a measurable effect to it, and we focus on improving the performance, and to just take an aspect of your performance and bump up that performance. Now, generally, we'll get the best overall improvement by improving different aspects of our performance, but just to pick something and move on and let go of that number, I think is really helpful for people.
And can you give some examples of a performance goal that somebody could choose, some activity that they could pick and then focus on improving?
Certainly, you could pick a running distance. So it could be a shorter 400 meter or something of a short nature like that. You could have a mile or a 5K depending on where you are in your fitness journey. And any one of those will work. If you improve your performance at 400 meters, it's going to have as much of an effect on the body to be better at 400 meters as it does to be better at a marathon. You want to have the performance kicking up, and so a running goal like that can be great. If you can't run, swimming or cycling or something like that can work as well. Then with the type of workouts that we do with CrossFit and Fitness XL, there are measurable results that you can see within a workout. So I was talking to Mary about picking a workout that would have a couple of different movements that's done for time, and that way she could measure from her current point and advance that into the next level.
So Mary, how did you take that and implement that?
I really focused on a couple things. One of them was squats, because of the full range of body motion and the ability to measure how many I could do in a certain time period. I focused on improving that. I also focused on how many push-ups I can do, full body push-ups I could do, and also the 400 meters, like Tim said.
Okay.
So Mary, how did all that work for you in changing your focus? So just tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, it worked great, Tim. I do feel a lot stronger. My body feels better. I feel like I have more range of motion doing these workouts. And the other thing too is a byproduct of that is I actually have gone under the 200-pound barrier now. So
that's fantastic.
I just kind of let go, took the pressure off myself for achieving a certain number on the scale, and put it elsewhere where it belongs.
Great. And so what did you find on working for the performance goals? What did you notice as you started to work towards being able to accomplish more?
I noticed that I was really cognizant of how my body was moving. I feel a lot stronger. I'm noticing muscles popping up in places I didn't, used to feel them. So that's an added benefit, and I'm getting a lot of positive comments from people who haven't seen me in a while.
Great.
So.
And Mary, how long has it been since you've been under that 200-pound mark?
Honestly, Elizabeth, I'm trying to remember. I'm thinking it's got to be a good 20 years.
How do you feel?
I feel awesome. It's unbelievable.
Great. All right. Thank you guys very much for taking the time.
You bet.
Thank you.